and I'll turn on the light. And it's a bit dark. Whoa. It's a bit on the dark. I just woke up pretty much. All right. No, quit. Let me advertise. I got to advertise. I'm gonna kick your dippy. Yeah? Come here. Come here. I'm gonna fight you. Oh. Yeah, we can get you. We can get you. What do you say? You're driving me nuts. Let me look. Yeah. Oh, I got one person. Hey, Lee. Yes. Yes, I'm trying to. Oh gosh, I have a thing. I'm trying to advertise. I only did fake books, so I'm like, oh, I gotta go and try to share. Oh, oh, the haters. The haters. Yeah. Oh wow. Let me see. God, it won't have it where I can, see the newest one. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah, hi to all my haters. Oh, it says forever in Pahrump, Nevada. Address, phone, email, more view forever, phone, and full address, information.com, people search. That's funny. Yeah, all my haters out. This is what I look like when I get up in the morning. It's my morning. Yeah, my daughter got me into pushing many moons ago. And shoot, I didn't bring in my purse, which I wish I would have. It's got my favorite comb brush. So I'm watching Supernatural. Supernatural. Oh man. I should put it back in live in Omega Studios because I used to put live from Pahrump, Nevada in Omega Studios. It's Omega Studios live from Pahrump, Nevada. It's Omega from Omega Studios. That's right. We're here. And I'm along with Bobby, my little bobtail cat. I never have to worry about his tail being stepped on. That's what my son was saying today. I was like, that's true. Never have to worry about that being stepped on. No. All right, he's been bothering me. Whew. Oh my goodness, my hair is just. Whew. I gotta get something. My other brush isn't handy. See, I got my. Hi. Oh, haters and lovers all in us. Yes. Mhm. Live from Omega Studios, deep in the heart of the desert. Omega. Hi, Carrie. See, I got my mouse. My cat is being. He's like waiting. He'll sit there and wait for a bit. When he figures out that I'm not going to do anything, then he'll come up here, his little spot. Yeah, so, all right, we're talking about how to keep the positive vibes and how to keep in a good, well, I guess that's it for my, you know, how to keep the positive vibes and the good vibes going. And the best way that I have learned is stay away from negative people. And I know some of my friends are going, well, I haven't divorced my significant other, broken up. I'm very funny. But if your significant other is a constant Debbie Downer to the point where you feel that they are hindering your growth just in life, or where you feel your spirit's not growing, and he's coming up and pointing to this with his paw. If you're feeling that way, it's time to move on. I'm not saying, you're in a great marriage and I just don't. This week I don't feel right, and I was told by this Omega chick to just move on. No, no, no. What I'm saying is learn to grow and pour into yourself as best as you can. And as always, if you have if you're married, no, don't just move on. Oh, favorite dog breed and worst dog breed. I don't know. I think it's not necessarily. I owned several pit bulls in my life. And in that time that I owned pit bulls, um, they were the best dog that I ever had. And I've had German Shepherds. I now have a boxer. Well, I had a boxer, but I had two pit bulls. And believe it or not, two blue pit bulls. I mean, one was, they were both given to me. One had a thing for snuggling. So we didn't know, didn't know that I used to sneak the dog into the bed because he was a better snuggler than him. And I'd snuggle, like he'd sleep on the side and I'd snuggle from behind and he'd just be like a little baby. Oh, yeah. He figured it out when he goes, I think the dog is sleeping in our bed. And I go, really? Well, maybe we should lock. No, it's okay. I'll make sure the dog's not in the bedroom. Yeah, because you could see that there was hair in there. At first, I was like, oh, it's maybe the cat hair. They can. Pit bulls can be the best. Now, it is like any dog. I'm going to be honest. You can own a regular mutt dog and you can have it trained to be the most evil animal. I found my earring. Oh, well, my cat licks off my earrings and then I don't have them. Then I have to rebuy the thing. So, anyway, what happens is a lot of people think yeah, it is their jaw. They do have a locked jaw. We know that. That's why a lot of pit bulls have been used in dog fights. But besides that, they've been known beforehand over in England as the nanny dog because they were trained to, watch after your child. And my pit was no exception. When it came to my daughter, if anyone got a certain, like she would say, my dog for some reason is very well trained, so please, step back. You would get like, no, you're getting too close to her. He was a real good dog. His name was Lucky, and he came from a sheltered home. And the only reason why he was being given up because the guy pretty much was given the dog, and the dog was inside, never outside. So, we got him not even full grown. He was still a puppy. He got big, and he looked like if I would have said like in his prime, he would have been like Arnold Schwarzenegger of the dog, the Blue Pits. And then I found Silky, or actually my daughter found Silky, and I thought she was just so soft. Yeah. So it was not easy to rent because I was looking to rent a house, and we end up being in an RV because of the two pit bulls. No one wanted to rent to us here unless we put like $5,000 down. I thought, okay, some people have done some damage. Okay, I get you. I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to, pay the money either. So that's how we ended up in the RV, is because of the pit bulls. So we moved here. We had two pit bulls, which we no longer have. They have, which it's like they got old. I don't know how old Silky was. She never got any, but thought she was kind of small. So, yeah, somebody left her at my daughter's old bus stop in California. In California, they euthanize pit bulls. They don't even have them. Yeah, it's real. Okay, go to work. Thank you for stopping by, Carrie. So I was talking also, that's a good way to bring positivity is to adopt a dog or cat. And that is one of the key things I tell people is how you or someone else can be on the positive note and have something that wants to grab your attention. The dog, of course, will want to be walked, and it doesn't care if you're feeling down and dumpy. So if you live in an apartment building where you just can't let your dogs out in the backyard, you will have to walk your dog. Now, if not, you just let your dog out in your backyard, make sure they don't get out of the fence. You know, it's more stress on you if you're feeling depressed. That's just like they say, the icing on the cake. So stay around positive people. I always tell people, hang out who you want to be or who you are striving to be. You don't hang around people who are not striving for better in their life. You know, you want to hang out with the, those type of positive, having, knowledge of what you're going to do in the future, and knowing that you're going to be there. And it's like a whole thing I've told people before, that if you hang out with positive people, you will soak that up. But also, if you keep playing the victim, positive people end up going, look, I understand that you've had a shitty year, but if you didn't have like whatever was going on in your life and you added this and that, you gotta not keep playing the victim. And that's the important thing when you're dealing with, well, I need my bangs cut. It's always the important thing when you, I guess it would be like dealing with people who tend to be bloodsuckers. They just, you know, sometimes it's hard to deal with people who are not positive. They're negative all the time. Their idea of being nice is not very nice at all. Yeah. And those people you need to pray for more, you know, especially people who think that they could get away with, you know, uh, I guess you can say the BSers, the ones who come up with more excuses than the reality. And those people you want to stay away from. Don't bring them in your inner sanctum. Come on in. You know, I'm, I guess you could say we all make mistakes and stuff. But sometimes when you make a mistake, you're going, oh my gosh, I'm afraid I don't want no one to find out about my mistake. Yeah. Mm, lavender. Let's light up some lavender. So, anyway, when I was feeling crappy, I would always turn on comedy, something that made me laugh. So I can, like, okay, I'm going to forget I had a crappy day. Stuff didn't go my way. I didn't go, oh, it was just not looking good. But like always, like my joke is I I lived in Southwest Detroit a while back, and my joke when I lived there, and I felt like God, it's a nice house and stuff. Well, anyway, it's good to have something to look forward to for your future. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be living in a place called Pahrump back in the day when I was, living in Detroit. And this is far cry. Even though work, I think that I'm better off than what I was back then because I'm actually free. I can't believe it. So, right, Bobby? Hmm. He goes, like, I understand. My kids, my biggest achievement that I'm proud of are my children. And between that, my second is my divorce. I tried three. I tried three. I put effort three times. The third time was the charm. I learned that being drunk and expecting fights and somebody to listen to you when they already made up their mind that they were not going to get, they kept saying, when you married me, I didn't want a divorce. And I'm like, dude, you said that if you love something, you let it go. That's the reason why I married you. You had to realize that it might not work out. I mean, hello. But, yeah. So, yeah, my divorce and then being able to take care of myself. Oh, and don't forget, smash that like button, and it helps with the algorithms. And subscribe. And thank you for chatting over here. I really appreciate that. And let's do some, and also what helps, comedy. That's what helps, you know. And that is another thing that I'm proud of is my, ability to try to bounce back and to move on and to do that because it's hard, you know. You get depressed and you're like, God, my friends, they got things. No, a lot of people behind closed doors are two different people. They may, I've had friends who had everything. I mean, the house, the second house up north, and their a second house somewhere else, and they got like two cars to go to work in. It's electric. Then they got their gas guzzlers at home, and then they got their toys, and then and before you know it, they don't got each other, but they got all this cool shit. A lot of cool shit. And sometimes it works, where they do all the stuff together and it's all great and fun. But then you think, wow, sometimes it doesn't. But, in that point, you know, I'm not a therapist, so I don't know what to say. I'm saying, to keep things positive, sometimes people grow apart. Sometimes the one partner isn't happy. It's not my case. I'm happy. But I'm saying be keeping a positive note isn't just buying stuff. And that's another thing that people do to get, and that's one of my favorites is, oh, if I got the money, let's go to the mall and stuff. But it's more than just that in general. Well, I hope so. I really do. What does your name mean? NSM plus. I try to be the positive one. My daughter, let's just put it this way, I'll take a little bit to go around because Devin knows what is going on. When you're dealing with I guess you can say, when you're dealing with certain things, you just don't want to explain it to your kids. You want them to realize, what's going on. And it's been going on for a very long time. And, when you have someone going, well, I got a toothache, I need a little this. I got a toothache, I need more of this. I got a toothache. It gets old, like real old. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, my son, he comes to me for a lot of stuff, advice, and we'll talk. He'll come in here. Actually, he was in here before. He likes me to do my show and me be the star, but sometimes he pops in here and he'll say something, what's going on, and we'll talk. I'm close to my son. I know he every so often I'm like, hey, let's go out to eat. Let's get some I know we both like Chinese food, so we go and get Chinese food. Uh, that's really neat. And Lee is my that helps me run the room. I sometimes do get bullies. I've had bullies come in here and just be. I had somebody like a while back that was stalking me, and I noticed I was down in my subscriptions. I go, I bet you she's not stalking me no more. Boy, I had a buttload of fake people. So my goal this month is to reach 500. I would like to have a subscription of 500 people. So we can do some of the Snake Lady, which is a combination of several people that I've known through the years. And my cat is being so good. Oh, you are being so good, not even bothering me. Oh, boy. So usually I do some comedy. Put my skid on. Hey, do shows for my work, and I get some cool hats. I have a work colleague. He collects weird hats, and he has one hat that says "I pee in pools." Oh God, that's so funny. Oh, right. Hi, I'm the Snake Lady. Yeah, I believe in positively. I positively know that for this week's special deal from Snake Ladies Go Emporium, we have specials on a lot of things. We got the sweaty panties. That's right, the panties that grannies wear, and they're a hot seller. Trust me, they're a hot seller. They're called hot granny panties. We're good and grannies will be doing housework, mainly going on a treadmill. Oh, I'll spend the night in the haunted house with Annabelle for $1 million. Oh, 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 Annabelle. I know that all of the how can I say, they call it the Annabelle series is about that Raggedy Ann, and she's not an angel. Oh no, and I wouldn't, as long as I don't have to touch her, I'm good. Well, some people put more hype in, because they, of course, are selling an experience, and a lot of, you all know how that is. A lot of people put the hype into it like it's bigger than anything. Like, oh boy. But there's some people, they sit there, poke the spirits, make fun of them, moon them, do all kinds of weird shit. And then they go, I got home and, my garage door was open, nothing was taken. And then all the kitchen cabinets were open. And then bad luck. Yeah, I hears about that. And I go, you some bitches, you go and visit in their house. It's like someone coming into your house while you're watching TV, and they take a stick and they go poke you. And you go, hey, I don't like that. And they poke you again a couple times. And after a while, you want to punch them. That's their way of getting even. Their way of punching you, after you poked them and made fun of them. Then they go and moon you or do something, strange. Yeah, I would. I would take the animals. I would take it. Oh, it is only 32. Bow, 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 bow. And afterwards, I'm going to go and cook. Yeah, I'm going to make some meals. I would if I had that. I would love to. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I would. I mean, who wouldn't? You know? I mean, I wonder what kind of, you know what I mean? You think about that. And yeah, I know I'd have to pay for my own health insurance and stuff, but I'm sure they they have, decent deals. That's the only thing I would have to worry about is paying for my own health insurance. But I would love to be full time. Oh yeah. And it is a job and you got to make it fun. Just like any job that's out there, you got to make fun. You got to have, some type of goals each month that, I would do. So that's where I'm at. I'll be full time and wonderful. Oh yeah. What would Snake Lady do? I pissed off. I hope pissed off the owner I at currently. You see, they have these Olympic Games type thing, for their own company, where you be the special chicken inspector that you can be. Of course, it's a fictitious place. And you see, I used to race for, you know, getting things like cups and such. And I was pretty good. My daddy said, "Well, you're going to race against me?" And I go, "Oh, crap." And I didn't know I was racing against my daddy. And I won first place. Daddy won second. Oh, boy. You know how you say you want to lose against the main? Yeah. Well, he got pissed off and left me at the place. And I end up being driven home by one of his friends because my dad was all pissed off. I have no idea why. Oh boy. I had a friend of mine walk around with it, and then, yeah, it was a big old, trophy. Yeah. Oh, it was, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, boy, was he pissed off. I don't like, after that, I don't like to I get like very weird and stressed out before any type of competition stuff. I just do. And I'm just have that, it's like a poster mag. Just up. I just really have a hard time being competitive after that. And in that kind of case, when you're going to do work stuff. So yeah, I would love to go and enjoy having my own self as my brand slash YouTube channel. And of course, there's Twitch, which is mainly for gaming, but you have other, you got Facebook, you have X, you have um other avenues, even TikTok, where people can go, "Oh yeah," and that's another way where I'm hoping to get, you know, more noticed. Oh, oh wow. Um, More and more people are women are becoming brazen. I guess you would say uh driving to school with a huge logo of OnlyFans in the back, on their bumper or where you can see it is very. If someone said if they went and they put it this way, and I think that's not right. I think I would not be inviting that person over to my house with or without a guy because you think, hey, are a lot of the people I've known on OnlyFans, they're only interested in one thing. They've got to pay bills. I've tried it and did not succeed at all. And I had some pretty professional stuff done. And I'm like, well, shit, it's not for me, you know? So if I were to meet someone who I have many times met people who are on OnlyFans, the unfortunate thing is it's always been where they're about them and you got to hear about their problems and they're checking out the guys and going, so which one here? I heard one that I worked with one time. Which one makes like, hey, I want to get the guy that makes the most money. And I go, I have no idea. Well, I just want to figure out who I'm going to go to bed with, is what she told me. I'm like, okay, yay. Yeah, we had, I worked with a boss that actually got his workforce through OnlyFans for only one reason, to lie to them. So they would go to bed with him. And it worked 100%. He said that's how he found his workforce. And I'm like, oh shit, thank God it's only for the holidays. This is back in Michigan a long time. Oh, it was a while ago. It was like, yeah, OnlyFans. I wouldn't hire somebody who I knew was on OnlyFans. I really would do a background check. If I had a job that was very personal, where you're, not just working in immediate job, but you're in an office position. Oh yeah, it would be a very big deal to me. Oh yes. It means that you can't think of outside the box ways to get a job. That's how I feel about that. You can't really that's not being positive, and this is the United States of America, and it should be where people can make a decision if they want to be an adult, and keep it private and not put bumper stickers. I'm an OnlyFans girl, and their information. That's like advertising, stuff that is should be behind closed doors, and I would not, want some mom going, I'm an OnlyFans, and I'm going to be honest. It's just, if you want your employers to think of you as this strong woman, and you're going out to a job and you're flaunting it like a whore, like, trying to date, just to have power. You're not in love with this person. You're just dating them so you can, maneuver them at work. So, what, your whole family's on OnlyFans? Your mom, grandma, grandpa. I'm sorry to hear. But yeah, sometimes well, it's good to help others. I mean, everyone's different. I could go with that. A while ago, they did my blood and didn't put my age, and the doctor's like, you're because they were telling me did my blood, and the age of my blood was in my mid 30s. So I was like, okay. But now I've had a little bit of stress, and I haven't been eating my oatmeal, so it's a different payment. you know oh, just friends and aunts. um I lost my hairdresser. I knew I would, and it didn't bother me. I found another one. It took a while, but it is what it is. My hair grows like a weed. Sleepy kitty. So yeah, no, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. There's some people, you got to understand when you help others, there's some people who uh, they say they need help, but in reality, they play the victim so often they don't know how to say, I'm fucked up in the head and need mental help, but I'm going to say I need help. You know, you all know that. You know, those mental people go, I need help, I need help. And then in reality, they're the craziest fuckers you met on the face of the earth. They don't need help. They need a good Zen therapist. Yep. Just call me in the morning because there are people that will say that they're the victim and they play that role. They don't know how to play. I'm the person that could stand up and yeah, it may take me longer to get certain things done because I'm me, myself, and I. But in reaction of the whole thing, you have what? What would the snake lady say? You have yourself and you don't blame no one and you learn to pour into yourself because sometimes when you've been in that negative environment, you need to be by yourself and to learn things by yourself for over a year or two. And I'm going to be this if you go through a string of really bad relationships, you have to step back and think, what use a baseball, softball, whatever. And if you hit out, if you go and hit out 3 times, you need to step back and think, what the fuck am I doing? Am I thinking some negative thoughts and negative ideas? Am I just being fucking negative and depressed? And I'm just mirroring it out. And then what do I get back? I get more of what I don't want. So if you don't pour into yourself and make yourself the better vibration, the higher vibration by meditating, by going, hey, helping others, praying for others is another way to make your vibration higher, is to pray for other people. Your enemies, if you have a big old enemy, pray for them. You know why? It makes your vibration better. So that's how you bring a lot of positivity is by praying for other people. So and so, needs a prayer. Pray for them. Oh, bring up your vibration. That never ending life without death. Think about that. People are, and you're hearing about how people are making computers or these robots with their memory. That is it. That is right there. A never ending life without death would be like if somebody was a famous person and said, you know what, they can build a body to look exactly like my body in whatever age you want. Boom, right there. I mean, on the internet, they talk about it not being plastic, but real skin, like what we hear in the movies, and it sweats and everything. It does everything that we do. So if you're a man and you're like in your 70s or 80s and you're like, well, I don't want to leave my grandkids that money. You, for that grandkids not going to get no money. I'm going to go and extend my motherfucking life. You go and shuck my farts because I'm going to go and get that money. I'm going to go and get that body. So he goes, it's like looking in there, it's like, oh, I want that body. Look at that. Ooh, I haven't seen my ass in about 20 years. Man, my wife, her new body, god damn. She getting so big that she taking up two couches. How much do they weigh? Oh, they weigh over 900 pounds, which so less what she weighs now. I would have to say the secondary, where you're living in a body, let's say it's a computer body that looks exactly like what you have, but better. It's like younger, and here you're living. Hey, John. Good evening. Yeah. So we're talking about the positive things, and NSM was saying what barrier having a never-ending life without death, or death without continuation. And I would say that would be the secondary. And they have said on the, like how they have the conspiracy theorists where they actually do have, like cyborg, where it does everything our human body can do. Can you imagine being put into a cyborg body that didn't age, where you looked good and you felt the same way? You didn't eat probably maybe as much, but let's just say you felt the same way with everything, including bedtime fun. So people who couldn't afford that, yeah. So I'd say it'd be having the lesser. Well, good night, MNSM. Every so often, my computer reverts to the old the internet thing. So I was thinking there was something wrong with my computer, and it really was nothing wrong. I just needed to change the computer settings. Ugh. So I do that every so often. I get so used to opening it up and hoping to have that. But we did have, yeah. Send it away. My cat has his section. Uh, so anyway, so yeah. Be your guest. Okay. I'm reading this. I'm thinking of Earth as the incorporation of what hell would be like. Pretty much, this is it. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Uh, mm, well, it is just hard to explain. Anyway, yeah. So what's been going on? How have you just working, being good? I got my big Pusheen. I some people could probably wear it as a regular shirt, but it is just really big. I can wear it as a dress, so I wear it with my daughter's gym shorts because it says Pena Mason Physical Education. You had to buy one every year, and my daughter's like, "Oh, I don't want to buy a new one. It says the same crap anyway. Why am I going to buy a new one?" And I go, so I bought it once, and it went through school years, and when she was done, she was going to give it away. I go, oh hell, I bought that shit. I'm going to wear it. So I'm wearing my daughter's um, junior high uh, uh, shorts. It says Pina Mesa on there. So, oh god. Oh, I'm going through life in general. I just get pissed off. Yeah, I guess you can say I pissed off the owner because they have the games, and I really don't compete after my dad and I had a competitive thing happen where I went first place and I went, woo! Oh, yeah. If you think I was gloating, my God. Woo wee. It was by 2 seconds. It wasn't by much, okay? And my dad just said, I'm a sore winner. Because he was number two. Oh, yeah. We did not take that too well at all. Especially with me having fun going, woo! So I pissed her off and I said, well, I'll go my pace. My theory is if they want to time me, I'd be happy for them to time me and do all that way before anyone else because I just get really, you know, around people and stuff. And I said to my dad, God dang, you want me to ski professionally and you have a crap shit attitude like that? It is what it is, yeah. But we feel, I'm trying to put, that's how I feel the way, things, just in general in life. So I hope everyone is being safe and they're doing well and stuff like that. I'm just hanging out with my cat and I'll be cooking dinner soon. So I hope that if you feel that you are, and that's what I should put, if you're feeling depressed, talk to somebody, listen to some good music, watch some comedy, you know. I mean, find a friend to talk to. You don't necessarily need to pop open a beer or alcohol to make your life better because usually it doesn't make your life better. It makes it worse. And then after I eat, I usually go and, like exercise. So to keep, healthy. Thinking about the ooh. And when I exercise with my cat. He's sometimes real fun. I call my son to get him because he thinks it's playtime. Don't you? What do I got? Oh. He's like, oh, I'm too lazy. He's like, I'm not going to get it. So I've been on here an hour. And I will be on tomorrow. It'll be probably a little bit after 6 because it takes time to type everything out. My alarm gets me up at 6, so I will be here at 6 tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys will join me. We'll do some more comedic. I will actually work on a script and we will be talking about fishing, dating, and how to avoid them. How the best way I have done is ask a lot of questions. I haven't been on any dating sites, and if I am on any, tell me because I'll delete them. So join me tomorrow at 7. I will be doing a whole comedic thing and on and hold. I feel I could have held the award for it. Yeah. So if you're in a cost efficiency apartments, don't go fishing for somebody who's better than you. I'm not looking for I'm looking for somebody, and I already have, So if you're looking for somebody and keep the reality of truthfulness, that's what I'm saying. Good Lord, I still remember that was a bad date. Oh my God, it was horrible. I smoked some Zaza and I'm like, oh fuck, how am I gonna get home? Well, I gotta go and pray. I better go get Michael on this sucker. God's going, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's put a stop over here. That idiot got in an accident, so we'll make it extra long. Boy, I was so happy when I got home. I'm like, oh, I'm almost felt like kissing the ground. I was that happy. Okay, guys. So keep that happiness in mind. See you tomorrow at 6. See you Wednesday, tomorrow at 6. So keep love, light, and like anything, pray for your enemy. Really do it. It helps your vibration, it helps you feel better. I tell people that and they go, "Ah, really? You pray for that person?" I go, I pray for them all. So be good.